What's up, everyone? This is Miss Rosewood, and I'm bringing you Miss Rosewood Speaks, where we discuss beauty, wisdom, and knowledge. Before I get into this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. What's up, everyone? This is your girl, Miss Rosewood, and I am here today with a podcast style video for you all. In today's video, I want to describe stop entering into people's homes. And I'm going to say it again. Stop entering into people's homes. You all know growing up, we were told by parents and grandparents, do not let everybody in this house. Do not let everybody in this house, in your house. Everybody don't need to know where you live. Everybody don't need to know where you rest your head. We know this. This is an old saying, an old metaphor. But do we go around telling people you need to stop going in people's houses as well? Like, really, do you need to stop going to people's houses as well? And I say this from a spiritual aspect. I say this from a mind, body, and soul aspect as well. And I had to come to conclusion lately, stop going to people's house. I don't care if it's Friday, this person having a game night, card game, Friday night, fish fry. Don't go to nobody's house. You don't need to be entering into people's house. You don't know what goes on in someone's house when no one is there. You don't even know what goes on in someone's house just off the frequency of them living there. And I had this realization on several attempts, and I'll break down each and every one in this video. The first thing that made me realize, as humans, we need to stop going to people's house. A peer of mine used to attend a lot of these events for people's birthdays and things like that. They used to have games, card games, game night, stuff like that. Every time they go into someone's house, it's a drama. It's a discussion. It's a debate. A fight broke out. You don't need to be going in people's house. People's house we all know this because we tell people don't come in our house because you don't know what spiritual things people bringing in your house. People's household spiritual meanings, chaos, bad energy, bad disruptions. Just the devil be knocking at their door all day and night. You ever been to somebody's house? Somebody always knocking on their door day and night. It don't matter. I grew up in NYC. We live in buildings. It's nothing. Let me tell you something. Living in a building too, that's another thing. Somebody always ready to knock on the door. Stop going to people's house. You don't know who coming to knock on their door once you entered in their house. You don't know who is coming in after you. And notice every time you go into somebody's house, the disruptive people come late. You go over to someone's house, you thinking it's a harmless night, a fish fry, game night, and it get around midnight, 12:30, 12:40. Then you gotta hear a knock on the door. By 1:40, 2 a.m. it's just drama, pure drama. That's when you know it's time to go home. As well, entering people's homes. Do not stay in people's home past midnight. Do not stay in people's home past midnight. You don't know what entity is coming to get back and lay their head down, because that's where the devil may roam. Another reason I say stop entering into people's homes, I'm noticing always the most miserable, the most unsuccessful, the most drama-filled, unidentified people always want you to come to their home. I come across, and as I'm speaking as a woman, I come across many ladies that I know personally or know through others or have met. And you may have met them at an event or an outing, and it's like, once you meet them, come to my house, we're doing this. Come to my house, we're doing it. Come to my house. Sometimes I used to think of it as, oh, that's cool, but no, don't go into that person's house. A lot of people, they want you to come to their house because sometimes they want to put you in a surrounding or put you in a situation where they're in control. Put you in a situation where their peers and their counterparts are present. You're in their space, so their reactions and their motives, you are bound. You can always walk away, but you're not bound to just get up and be like, oh my God, I'm not going to be here because this is too much. Sometimes people want to test the boundaries and see how normal of a person you are. In the street, we all supposed to be on our best selves, our best dress, our best behaviors in public. But sometimes people like to bring you in their home to see how well behaved you really are, to see if you really maybe a little malfunction as them, to see if they do their little ones and twos and habits that they may have, would you judge them or allow them to get away with it? Because realistically, you're in their home. I notice people who always want you in their home. They really cannot function in the real world. They really cannot function in public. You notice people sometimes we have such bad habits when you go into their home. And when I say this, bad habits, drinking and sometimes drug abuse. Not necessarily hard drug abuse, but certain vices, I should say, they may use. And you just look at them like, girl, I thought you was somebody that was quiet. You a little rough. You a little rough around the edges, or you a little sad, or you a little depressed. So sometimes people like to get you in their home because in public they don't want to have to be their best selves, because if you're in a restaurant you can't be loud, if you're in a place you can't be too rowdy, even if you're in a nightclub it's hundreds of other people in this nightclub, so you can't even be too loose. I know that sometimes people like to invite you over just to be themselves, but themselves may not be a 100% person that is true to who you really are or want to be around. Reason three as well, I say stop entering into people's homes. Somebody you may have known, I'm going to just say 8 months, like a random number, 8 months. They come outside, they look nice, hair done, fly, they seem cool, they seem nice. I don't know what it is. I feel like sometimes people be like, oh, come to my house, let's do this. You enter into their home, they don't got no ketchup. They don't got no toilet paper. They don't got no paper towels. They don't have no damn, barely got dish soap. The dish soap got water, swishing it around in a bottle. And then sometimes this leads you to judge them and call them a bum. I'm sorry. I had to stop going into people's homes because I've been to so many people's homes that I thought was like real cool vibes. And I'll go in their house, I'll be like, you are a bum. Like, it's no excuses. I'm sorry, because people be having clothes, people be having shoes and everything. You are a bum. And I always say I don't even like going to people's houses because I don't want one thing to make me realize who you truly are and me really start judging you. And I'm nobody to judge. I am nobody to judge. But sometimes it be certain shit as a grown ass person. I tell y'all all the time, I speak for the 30 plus. There is no reason at 30 plus you do not have basic essentials in your home, but yet you want company. I don't even like having company if I know I don't have like something readily to cook, like some chicken, throw it out, or some pasta and some pasta sauce to make real quick. I don't even invite people over if I don't have a quick get ready meal to put in the oven, because who wants people to come to my house and I don't have nothing to give them. I don't even like inviting people to my house without going to the store to get maybe two different sodas. Just in case you get thirsty, I give you some soda if you don't want no water. So you feel comfortable inviting people into your house knowing you don't have toilet tissue, you don't have hand soap, paper towels, or dish soap? Stop going into people's homes. I'm learning too. Some people and another one, as a female, I can't do. I really can't do it. And as a female, I feel like we all should have these products, feminine pads. You know how many times I've been to women's homes and said, and I don't know, I always say, this is another reason why I had to stop going into women's homes. I notice every time I go into a home of a female counterpart, a female peer, my menstrual just gets symptoms. Go to the bathroom, I need a pad. Obviously, if I don't have a pad in my bag, it's like, you have a pad? No, I don't carry pad. I don't buy pad. Why you don't got pads in this house as a woman? So those are things sometimes too. It make me think of you like, why you ain't got no damn pads in your house and you a whole woman? Those are things that just turn me off. I'm just like, why? This is why I don't like coming to people's house, because now I got an episode and I got to go home. And I also said that too. It was 3 times I went into a home with women and my menstrual, I just started getting PMS symptoms. Had to use the bathroom, go in the bathroom, I need a pad. I never knew what was up with that, but I was like, maybe I don't know. They always say once girls link up and click up, they cycle sync up. But This is just like hanging out. But it's always been, I've been in 3 situations like this before, and I'm just like, y'all are ladies that don't have no pad. And it be sometimes houses with multiple ladies. Not one lady got a pad in here. And start making you think, where are your priorities? What do you personally do to preserve and protect your home? As a woman who used to date, I ain't saying I don't date no more, but I don't date. I haven't been dating lately. Not saying I stopped, but I haven't been dating in the past 8 to 9 months. And as a woman who used to date, another thing I had to realize, I had to stop entering men's homes as well that I was dating. You could think you know a real man till you know his home. And I had to stop entering homes in these men's homes as well, because men, you already know what they want. A man will proudly invite you to his home, and one don't have a bed set. One does not have a bed set. That is embarrassing. That is something you need to invest in as a man with a home and a man with a place to lay their head, and you want other women to come and enjoy your space. You don't have a bed set. This was in my younger years, y'all. Not in my 30s at all. I'm talking about young. I'm talking about under 25. Not even 25 and older. Under 25. Men, you don't have a TV. You want us to watch a movie on your phone. Stop entering into these people's homes. When you realize some people don't take pride in their home, they will never, and I mean never, take pride in you as a friend, as a relationship, as a partner. Stop entering homes. You realize people really not as clean. They got piles and piles of laundry. Stuff like that makes you look at people in a different light, in a different aspect. Because granted, nobody's home is perfect. We all have like a little corner where we got clothes and maybe a bag or two of laundry. But you got big, big laundry bags of laundry, garbage, big black bags of stuff in your home. People that don't know how to get rid of things. Stuff that's old, dusted, disheveled. It's times I've been in homes, it looked like good times. Looked like a good house of good times. And like I said, I'm not judging people. This is not a video to judge. This is a video to shed light on why we need to stop entering people's homes, because some people want you in their space, and it's a space full of chaos. It's a space full of old wounds. It's a space full of old secrets and old trials and tribulations. This is why I'm discussing in this video. Sometimes when you are a person with your head on your shoulders and you have positive energy, people want you in their home to try to give them some light. And I'm learning we have to, if you are a person who has light, knowledge, and wisdom, as I speech on this channel, for people with knowledge and wisdom, you have to stop entering homes, because people are looking for your light in their home to feel greater, to feel positive. But they don't realize the reason why they don't feel as so is because, one, they need to work on themselves. Once working on themselves, invest themselves into their home. I've been to plenty of homes and thought I was just hanging out with a friend, maybe watching a movie, having a dinner, a drink. I come home, I feel drained. I feel like, what? Never again. You ever been to somebody's home, you instantly come in your home and take your clothes off? Like literally take your clothes off at the doorstep and run in the bathroom? I've been in situations like that too. So I'm saying for us to stop. If you are someone who knows you have a high energy, positive energy, you have to stop entering into people's homes. You have to stop giving your light and your love in these homes. There have been times I remember, and I never understood why I used to do this. I remember sometimes when people used to be like, oh yeah, let's come to my house real quick. I used to wait outside. People like, girl, come in the house. I never understood why I used to do that, but now looking back, it was a spiritual thing. It was the Holy Spirit God in me. It was the Holy Spirit God in me. You don't need to enter nobody's home. There's been situations too, people go into someone's home. Like, we gonna go to thing house and we gonna come back. All right, well, when y'all come back, I see y'all. I don't even get up to walk in the direction of where they are going or where they live. I say stop entering in these people's home when you have a good and high and positive light. Sometimes you may walk out feeling drained. People using you for your energy, and it's not the outcome that you may bring. I also notice it be times I go to people's houses, and after I go to somebody's house, has this ever happened to anyone? You and that person kind of weird and don't speak again? I've noticed this with a coworker years ago. The coworker had a birthday celebration. This was a coworker who really didn't have friends, always had drama. Had a birthday celebration, invited the whole job. Literally, the whole job came. Not maybe two friends from another place she may have known. The whole job, the group of us at the job came. And I noticed like 2 weeks after her birthday, she started moving different. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, I was in your house, girl. You had a nice little birthday. I brought you some, I forgot what I brought to the birthday, but I brought something like a dinner, like a little party favor. I'm like, I thought we was cool, but she started acting funny. And I'm like, that's the problem right there. Your light in her home, you brought so much light in her home, she probably didn't like that. She probably didn't want your happiness and your light to surround her home like that. She may have realized her house been dark in energy since the day she probably had this gathering. And that's sometimes what us who have positive energy and such a great light, we don't realize that. Our energy is so high. Our home, that's why we don't have anybody entering our homes. This is why we can be home on YouTube making videos. This is why we can be home playing music, cooking beautiful, delicious meals. Our pets are relaxed. Our pets have their station where they just can relax and enjoy the home because you made your home a home. And you enter into someone's home that has a dark energy and a home that has a dark spirit. You meet that person in public in the next week or two, and the energy is just unbalanced. Why? Because your light overshined their darkness. People, we don't realize this sometimes when entering people's homes. I had to learn. I had to stop going into people's homes. This happened to me several times. You go into a friend's home for a gathering, and you don't even speak to them anymore after that. They couldn't handle your light. There's no hard feelings, but it's just the energy that was possessed in the presence. They couldn't handle it. But yes, everyone, this is a message to my people who are high vibrational, positive energy, who follow within the Holy Spirit. We have to stop entering people's homes. Granted, we know. I'm not even talking to the people. If this video is meant for you, I'm not even talking to someone who allows people in their home. And when I say allow people, allow random people. Family, immediate friends, and your one or two friends or so. Yes, that's normal. That's normal. You want to have one or two friends you could trust enough to have in your home. But I'm talking to the people who have a discerning spirit, guided through the Holy Spirit. Stop going into people's homes. It's just as important as not letting anyone into your home. And notice, take this time, if you're listening, to take a moment back and realize, look at the relationships you've held with people that you may have entered their home and you didn't really know them too well. And I'm not talking about people you know and known for years. I'm talking about people you don't really know too well. Notice how they're quick to ask you to come over to their home, or even if you did visit their home, how your bond is with them now. But yes, my people, if you like anything that I said in this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, this is Miss Rosewood Speaks, and peace out, y'all.